Nagbabalik ang schoolmates. Bago natin mapakinggan ang last statement ng ating mga debaters, ay atin munang basahin ang ilang comments ng ating mga schoolmates sa social media. Umpisahan natin mula kay Mario Gani. Ang sabi niya, tingin ko needed na din ng independent body sa bawat sangay ng gobyerno. Mga hindi ka mag-anak o kaibigan. Nonsense kasi na pagtutulungan kapag di nila kaalyado. Then, yung kulungan dapat magkaiba sa mga heinous crime.
Wow.
Sabi naman ni John Ray Bello, dapat ibalik at magkaroon ng death penalty sa bansa natin para sa mga taong nagnanakaw, lalo na ang mga korap na politiko at mga taong paulit-ulit na nagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan. Dahil sa korupsyon, maraming Pilipino ang naghihirap, walang trabaho at walang maayos na serbisyo mula sa gobyerno. Maraming may hirap ang lalong naghihirap at nagdudusa dahil sa mga politicians na sarili lang nila ang iniisip at pansariling kapakanan.
Wow, grabe yung mga
Grabe,
thoughts ng
diba?
no?
Oo.
Ay, na ako nakarinig na ganong kahabang paragraph ang sinend ng isang social media natin.
Gigil na gigil ang social media wire na ito, no? Okay. Schoolmates, narinig natin ang saloobin ng mga keyboard warriors from our social media platforms, no? At para mas maging updated sa ating mainit na diskusyon, ugaliing makialam at maging boses rin ng ating mga kabataan by following our social media pages na inyong makikita sa ating screens.
Ayan. Okay, at ngayon naman ating pakinggan ang last statements ng ating mga debaters.
Our problem at hand is corruption, and for it to be mitigated, we must kill the problem itself. And how do we kill the problem? By accepting and acknowledging na yung politicians na nag-commit po ng corruption is greedy enough to fulfill their political power, and they do not have remorse sa mga ginawa nilang krimen. And in fact, after nilang magnakaw, they will still want to reinstate themselves to power just to get more wealth from the people. So with that, we still believe that death penalty is not inherently constitutional because again, if we are to review the law, Article 3 Bill of Rights of the 1987 Constitution, Section 19, in fact, death penalty is not unconstitutional, but rather, we just prioritize reclusion perpetua as a sanction. Pero death penalty in itself is not unconstitutional to the Philippines. And in fact, we lay out congressional allowance, no, para po ma-set yung parameters just in case we are now open to talk about death penalty as a form of sanction to corruption. And lastly po, I would like to also tell the people that if these politicians is inhumane enough to commit such crimes to us, to deprive us of our dreams, to deprive us of genuine quality education, genuine public healthcare services, why must we spare them for such punishment, di ba? We still believe that the laws that we have right now is not harsh enough. That is why they are not taking us seriously because we are so soft. We are so lenient to the culture, to even the religious side, no, of our culture, that human rights is absolute. But in fact, if we are to look at the degree of the crime, death penalty is a just sanction to a heinous crime such as corruption.
We believe that that is not justice, and that justice should be delivered to those who must be held accountable. How can you hold someone accountable if the punishment is swift and if the punishment itself cannot hold the person accountable because he is dead? We believe that it is also irreversible. If we were to convict someone innocent who are only caught in the crossfires of large political rivalries, how do we ensure that this person is not really guilty, or rather, how can we ensure that this person is really guilty of corruption? And mind I tell you that death is irreversible. It is an irreversible punishment, and that it is a final punishment. Once you create a mistake in the judicial process, you cannot turn it back because a life is still a life. And additionally, how can we ensure that the death penalty will be properly executed in our judicial system? Our judicial system, which is, as you have mentioned, corrupt in itself. So how can we ensure that the death penalty will not be a tool of power to be abused by those who are corrupt for those who are corrupt politicians, and as well, are we to set precedent to society that the only way that we can gain justice is if we resort to violence and brutal tactics in order to evade corruption, in order to prevent corruption? Why not we instead create, or rather create or propose solutions, alternative solutions, in which will safeguard not only those who are innocent, but also our policy, our institutions, and even what we believe as a Filipino society.
Yung thought ko talaga about it, sobrang agree ako sa sa death penalty. Pero knowing their arguments, parang napapaisip ako na nasapat ba talaga ang kamatayan bilang parusa sa mga corrupt politicians? Kasi gets ko yung thought ng mga agree about it eh. Kasi, di ba harap-harapan ka ng ninakawan? And I think kasi, ang korupsyon ang pinagmumulan ng kahit anong kasalanan eh. Magagawa mo yung kahit anong kasalanan na
Okay.
na hindi mo iniisip yung
Parang mas may
kapakanan ng
intent.
iba.
Yes, may intent kasi yung corruption. Planado yung gano'n.
Yes,
Okay.
pero knowing their arguments, no, parang napa-self-thought talaga ako. Self-thought?
Self-talk.
Napaisip
Ituruan
ako.
ng sarili.
Oo, napaisip ako na parang, oo nga no, sa bansa natin, parang magkakaroon nga ng palit-ulo na sinasabi. Kasi, well, knowing their power, knowing their...
Nangyayari na yun ngayon.
Oo, na
diba?
nangyayari na ngayon na kayang-kaya nila na i-bend yung batas.
Oo.
And for sure, kapag sila yung nandyan, gagawin nila lahat para maiwasan yung bagay na yun. So, agree din ako sa other side no na mas mag-focus tayo sa justice system natin. Na
Okay.
itama natin to, na i-fix natin to. Kasi well, given na yung mga tao na nandiyan yung may mga corrupt politicians nga na after gawin yung sentence nila, nakakatakbo pa ulit at nananalo pa ulit.
Correct.
So, gets ko din yung
Mapaisip
iba,
ka, bakit?
'di ba?
Diba?
Na
Oo.
bakit? So, feeling ko rin gets din na na kaya nila ginagawa yun paulit-ulit dahil wala silang takot.
Correct.
So, ang takot na yun ba ang magiging ugat para matigil yung krimen na patuloy nilang ginagawa?
Marami sa mga social media warriors ngayon or nakikinig kasi maraming reaction vids, di ba?
Yeah.
Sa mga nangyayaring hearing ngayon. Balik tayo doon sa call to action muna to the people. Why does corruption happen to us? Because we tolerate it.
Yeah.
The discipline of the Filipino people is very laxing, very lenient. Babalik tayo dun eh. Bakit sa ibang bansa, marunong tayong sumunod ng batas, pero sa sarili nating batas, hindi tayo sumusunod?
Right.
Only sa unang instance pa lang, sa traffic, sa pag-acquire ng mga bagay-bagay, kapag lulusot, 'di ba? So that kind of system, that kind of culture creates a breeding ground for corruption to happen. Kasi yung mentality ng Pilipino, kapag lulusot, 'di ba? So, balik tayo doon. If we as Filipinos hold these people accountable on the get-go, doon ako mag-agree sa death penalty. Now, why do I think that death penalty is flawed in itself? Because when you say death penalty, it guarantees a swift end to things.
Yes.
It does not make them really grovel, doesn't make them suffer about what they did to the Philippines. And where does that put us? We should check how the judicial system carries out these kinds of punishments. Why are we giving preferential treatments to certain politicians who are already in jail? Diba?
Totoo.
So, that kind does not instill fear. So, on the get-go, death penalty does not really answer the question. So, justice system should have more pangil in a sense, 'di ba?
Yes.
And balik ako dun sa sinasabi nilang patrimonial relations. Silipin natin, sino-sino nga ba ang leaders na iniluluklok natin sa posisyon? At bakit kung kailan meron tayong certain politicians in power, may kaalyado din sila sa judicial system. So, the power goes back to the people. How can we avoid this from happening? We should have more participative leaders.
Right.
Diba? So, yung mga tao, nag-aas ng accountability sa mga leaders, pero tayo mismong tao, we just let it happen. Diba? So, balik tayo, ano nga ba yung kultura ang meron ng Pilipino?
Pinagmulan.
Totoo. So, balik naman tayo dun sa mga leaders naman natin ngayon. When we ask as youth na, I want accountability from so and so, how are we actually doing this? Why do we patronize influencers who actually endorse corrupt politicians?
Yes.
Balik tayo dun. Diba? How come we don't ask for accountability from people who propagate this kind of culture? If shame-driven ang bansa, we should make corruption shameful. Yung mga influencers or celebrities na nagko-condone ng ganitong klaseng behavior, hold them accountable. And don't vote for people that you know have criminal records, 'di ba?
Right.
If cleansing happens, dapat it starts from the education system, it starts from the agricultural sector, isa-isahin ang bawat department ng gobyerno.
Totoo.
Kapag nakita natin na meron talagang sistema ang corruption, that's when we should impose death penalty. Because the point is, wala naman pala tayong pwedeng gawin sa already rotten system, 'di ba? So as leaders, dapat kayo mismo kilalanin niyo kung ano yung mga sino yung mga taong nasa baba ninyo. Maybe they're putting a bad word or bad faith in you. In essence, the youth also should be more participative. Kung tayo, nagreklamo tayo, bakit di tayo yung tumakbo sa susunod na eleksyon? Diba? Why don't we empower more leaders, younger politicians to take action? But speaking of younger politicians, we are seeing a new breed of corrupt Gen Z politicians. Okay? So, sana tayo mismong Gen Zs, let's not patronize them. Let's hold them accountable. Let's make them more shameful. Let's make them ashamed of themselves. So are their families and so are their influencer friends. Sorry, personal take ko lang, no? So sana tayo maging aral to na hindi dapat recency bias lang. Ito lang yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon kasi ito yung mainit.
Yes.
Dapat sa susunod na eleksyon, tandaan nyo kung sino-sino yung mga tao na yan at hindi na dapat sila makaupo sa susunod na eleksyon. Because, if so, death penalty will be used to be abused by several other leaders in the next administration.
Right.
So, wag natin paabutin sa death penalty. Ang take ko dito, simulan natin sa pag-cleanse ng leaders ngayon. Then, after that,
Matuto.
sunod-sunod rin natin yung mga susunod na mga departments ng gobyerno. Yun yung point ko, ha? I don't think death is a quick solution. If you kill them, the truth dies and the solution dies with them. So that's my take on that. At syempre, no, ngayon naman nais din natin pasalamatan ang award-giving body.
Yes, nais din namin yung pagpasalamat sa Asian Television Awards dahil sa nominasyon ng Schoolmates as Best Talk Show!
So maraming salamat.
Muli,
Diba?
ang karangalang ito ay para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Sana po, mas pakinggan nyo pa kami at sana Asian Television Awards, ipanalo mo kami para marinig ng ibang
Yes.
bansa.
Para
Ito yung
manotice
nangyayari
tayo.
sa amin. Totoo. True, di ba?
And of course, maraming salamat din, BP Studio!
Thank you so much sa Bag Pilipinas
Thank
Studios.
you so much po!
At sana mas maraming creative juices pa ang
Yes.
may panganak sa studyong ito. And with that, Sabaw Sapin Sabaw Issue, may boses tayong mga kabataan.
Sumali makinig at makisa dahil ang bawat opinion natin ay mahalaga.
Sabay-sabay nating isigaw sa buong mundo, schoolmates!
May pakialam ka!
Isigaw